Greetings, everyone. I am Winnie Wriggle, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're back. I didn't do much while you were sleeping. Couple of things. One, we now have 4 windmills instead of 2. Exciting. And our power is completely full, which is great. Also, a tiny bit of build change. I made the outside trim on the building spruce. We're going to do more exciting things with building later, but that's the energy that I had over the holidays. Also, just use some wool to make walls so we have an actual structure and things can't like fly in and get us. And, not that they're really flying in, but so here's where we were. So we have power. Our elite energy cube is entirely full. We've got the start of mechanism, the start of Ender IO, and today I want to do some fun stuff with integrated dynamics, namely converting our super boring, completely vanilla storage into actual automated storage. And we're going to do that with a great early game option, which is integrated dynamics. Should be fun. The first step to that is to create ourselves a mechanical drying basin and a mechanical squeezer. And hopefully we have enough wood. We'll see. I'm going to grab some saplings and start some outside. Sometimes I don't know how these shenanigans happen. Like, why is there half a tree there? I know I was growing trees, but really, give me a break, game. So we'll do a couple of these cool blue trees in case we need more of the integrated dynamics logs. Which I'm sure we will. If we need to bone meal those, we will. Hi, horsey. Hi, cockatrice. What's up, buddy? It's our base protection, basically. Things have been chunking along, of course, because everything's loaded with 16K. Let's see, we need somewhere else. I even added another tank to this, and it's full up. Power wheat, there's another stack of steel. I love it. I'm sure all of our gardening is super full. Yes, indeed. All the wood in our botany pots. And our mob farm, you'll be excited to know, has been producing things at an insane rate. We have baby iron farm, 14K iron, lovely. I did leave this all chunk loaded, and I made a couple of adjustments. Remember, we have some resources happening down here. A little bit of slime replacement. We have 8,000 buckets of lava. We are maxed out on stone and cobble. And don't judge, slimes were a problem in the mob farm. So I fixed it by just putting down magma blocks because I was done. So you have to crouch while you're in here, except when you're standing on here. But it does the job. We're also getting... Oh, why is that all backed up? Probably because I haven't emptied this. Oh dear. We have new things happening in here. There, forest troll leather. Ice and fire have given us... Nope, don't stand on that. Troll skull? Do we need that? I don't know. Let's store it. Wow. Why aren't you going in with a redstone? Dang. There's one. Look at him. What's up, bro? I don't know why he started spawning here. Wow. Okay. We need to, let's just leave that on for a minute. I don't think we need our mob farm running right this second. Because you can see we have a ton of resources. Pretty good on ender pearls, etc. Problem is that this keeps backing up. Yeah. So, there's that. And we've gotten, like, look at some of these weapons. The troll axe, I saved one of these. There's a steel sword. I don't think I'll ever use these things. But I want to go through the scrolls, right? Let me just get, like, the armor I probably don't care about out of here. Oh my goodness. Let's do... Can I just put you in there? No. You won't go in there because... Oh no. Maybe we could filter on you. And that would get rid of some of them. Possibly. Maybe. And then could I also filter on you? Get rid of some of the gold armor, thank you. There we go. Okay, well. So there's that. Troll hammer. Troll's mossy column. Troll tree trunks. All kinds of craziness. Instead of just throwing everything into the trash, the iron spells and spellbooks scrolls are important because, like, there's acupuncture level 2 and 3. You can actually put them together and increase their level. So I need to find a way to handle dealing with those. Anyway, we have a ton of resources in the mob farm, and it would be nice to hook that up to our main storage. So we'll try to do that as well. I do have a trash can in here. Don't think we need any of that. I want to save the troll axe because I saved one that was not as good. There we go. Nice. Okay, where were we? I was making things. If I could find blocks. There they are. Automatic. Mechanical drying basin, mechanical squeezer. So we need to make a drying basin and a squeezer, which I believe we have. Haven't we done a little of that manually? What's out there? Oh. What's up, zombie pigman? You're super loud. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Okay, let me do a little of this. And a little of that. And a little of this. And say, good morning, koala. How goes it, friend? Good morning to you. Good morning, young lady, she says. Yeah. Back into all the mods. So much fun. I don't remember where anything is. This is why we need storage. Cracked ballast gem. No. We're going to say pass on that one. Okay, here we go. This is why we need storage, because I can't even make the things we need to make. Okay, drying basin is just iron, black dye, and some logs. So let's grab a little of that. I'm sure I have a couple of ink sacks. We can do that. Nice. So we start with the drying basin, and then to make it mechanical, we need a couple of obsidian and 2 energy batteries. And these are just redstone, crystallized mineral, and some mineral chunks. Do we have any of that? I don't think so. We'll get the redstone. How do I not have crystal? Maybe I put it in another chest. There's mineral berries. Did I put it in gems, maybe? Possibly. They're 8. Okay, we haven't done this yet, so we need both of the manual ones. So I need the drying basin and the regular squeezer. which is a block of iron and some sticks. Maybe, like, I could have sworn we did this, but you know what? We do it in every pack, so maybe I dreamed it. So here's what we're going to do. Put some wood in the squeezer, and we're going to get... I put it right in exactly the wrong place. Let's put our lamp over there. And then I'm going to jump up and down on it. And it's going to squeeze the juice into the drying basin. And then if I stick a redstone signal like a button nearby, it'll reset the squeezer. And I can pull out the block of crystallized mineral. Now, I set this down so that this little trough thing goes into the squeezer. If you set it down, I'll pick it up. You set it down like this, it's not going to work because it's not pointing at the squeezer. So make sure you're looking at the drying basin when you set it down so that the stuff that's being squeezed out of the wood actually goes in to the drying basin. And you don't have to wait for all of it to go. You can jump up and down. So we just need enough to make a couple of batteries so we can automate this. Because as fun as it is to jump up and down. How many do we have? 3 so far. Waiting on the drying basin. Gray, how's it going, friend? Happy Monday. We're doing the fun, bouncy things with integrated dynamics because I want early game storage. I think would be a bonus because we're about to get into, you know, having to craft all the things. Like this will be useful for crafting refined storage, which will be the next step. So all the mods 10, super fun. Not sure I really have a plan. I've still got vacation brain, in case that was unclear. Last week was very fun. I had dinner with family and friends. My mom hosted. We had cousins who recently moved here join us. It was fun. Some neighbor people who I haven't seen in a while. Got to caught up with them, which was fun. Had excellent food. Traditional turkey. Don't know what you guys... Do y'all have anything? Are people from the States? That's the first question. If you aren't, you should try some Thanksgiving dishes occasionally. Just for funsies. We should also probably sleep. Nothing worse than walking outside into an enemy. Have a sip of Earl Grey. Ah. I drank a lot of coffee over the Thanksgiving holiday. I'm just saying. Gotta wean myself back off the caffeine. There's just something so nice, like when you're out and about doing things. Running errands and whatever. You're like, oh, let's stop for a coffee. And I just so rarely remember to say decaf. And then suddenly my latte is not decaf. Okay, 13 blocks ought to do us. We'll break some of those back down into mineral chunks. And let's see if we can turn our basin and squeezer into automated versions of themselves. So I need a couple of obsidian, which I probably have put in blocks because we were running out of room. Yep, there we go. Need to find a way to auto-craft that. Okay, drying basin for 2 energy. Do we need energy batteries for both? Yes. And we're going to need a diamond and another obsidian. We're doing okay with resources. Oh, I also did another big thing while you were sleeping. I went on a little adventure. And we're going to go look at it. Although there's nothing we can do with the adventure right this minute. So we're going to be getting ready to do things with that adventure. Which is part of the reason I need storage. So we'll get there. It's a surprise. Stay tuned. Okay, there's 4 batteries. Which should be plenty. So there's our mechanical drying basin. And our mechanical squeezer. If you can, upgrade these. as fast as you can, because it'll make your life so much easier. Now the trick is, do I have any power to hook these up? I mean, we have power. But I may not have done a great job planning. Let's do this. Let's pick up our Ender IO stuff. And I'm going to grab some more energy cables. Yes, yes, we have tons of those. And we're going to run ourselves a little power line along here. Got to talk about base planning today, too. Kind of what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Because, so I made the sawmill and the enrichment chamber. And maybe what we do is put... We'll put them back where we can still use them, but we're not going to like... There we go. Y'all still have power. And then I can still reach that. And we could stick the alloy smelter and the sag mill, and they both get power. Nice. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing, but we need to put these two guys next to each other. Because they require... We're going to squeeze with that and dry with that. And so we want to auto eject. There we go. So if I throw a whole bunch of wood in there, it's going to not only create crystallized mineral chunks, it's also going to create resin. And that resin's going to go here into the drying basin. And hopefully... Why are you not doing the thing? Let's see. There we go. So it got power and mineral, and it will automatically dry that into the blocks of crystallized mineral. And we'll need all of those. Let's get a few, because we need to craft a bunch of item interfaces. This is how we make a storage system. So for every chest we want included in the storage, or in our case, barrels, we'll make an item interface, which means we need a bunch of these mineral chunks and some chests. And then we want to be able to look at what's in there. So we'll make a storage terminal. If we want to be able to craft the things that are in there, we'll want to make a crafting job terminal. So, or no, a crafting terminal. Where are you? Storage? Maybe the storage terminal is enough. So we need to make things like a display panel, a static light panel, yada yada. It needs mineral berries, some variable cards. This is all just mineral, right? Plus a little bit of paper and glowstone and a crafting table. What else do we need? And a piston. Okay, we can do all those things. So now that it has created all of our blocks and chunks for us, Gray says that's a good early storage, but you still prefer occultisms. You can get it started almost as early and keep it upgraded throughout the game. That's cool. You know, I have not experimented with occultism storage. I have used Ars Nouveau's, like the bookworms, which is fun and unique. I'm also a huge fan of RF Tools storage. Early game. Just super fun. Okay, what did I say we needed? We need some pistons, we need some chests, we need some paper. If I crafted pistons, I have. Look at that. Magical. Okay, so storage terminal and glowstone. Glowstone and bling? Yep. Nice. Okay, let's see if we can make one of these. We need mineral glass. Oh, this is fun. So, in a mechanical drying basin, if we put glass, we should get mineral glass. If I can find my glass. I don't think we need a whole lot of it. Maybe 16. We are going to need more mineral logs. So thank goodness one of our trees has grown. Gimme, gimme. Give me some more saplings, hopefully. No. Yes. 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 They're just hiding. One. Stingy. Total stinge. I still need to uninstall the roots mod. Ooh. Okay, is it just me or is the music a little loud? Hold please. Wait, just a tiny bit. There we go. Don't need to yell right this second. Okay, mineral glass. That's what we were doing. So if I stick you in here, and then did that, we get mineral glass. Nice. And that should be more than enough. I think it's 1-to-1. Yeah, okay, so I need another 8 logs. So it's 1 log per glass. And yes, I realize they look very similar to the block of crystallized mineral. You'll just have to hover over it to see them. Okay. Now we need a couple of input variable transfers and output variable transfers, which means is sticky piston. And the good news is we have 1,000 slime balls in our mob farm. Many. Let me just grab a stack. Yes, the mob farm's off because we have sorting issues. Well, I need more advanced cables in order to route. Like, I think we need to use Ender IO cables, maybe. Ooh, or XNet. XNet, that's what we should use. Do we have XNet in here? We do. Okay. Awesome. That's what we're doing to fix the mob farm. And what I may do is set that up and then walk you through it. Maybe we'll do that next episode. Okay. Input variable transformer. Need a couple of slimy pistons, sticky pistons. So we'll do, oh, and a couple of these variable cards. Oh, wow. It makes 24 at a time. I love it. So let's make like 8 of those and then 8 of these because they go another direction. And then we need a display panel, static light panels. Make 4 of those and a display panel and a storage terminal. What's crafting jobs? We need a portable storage terminal. So we can visually interact with all of our stuff in the storage network, which would be nice. And then we need a whole bunch of these item interfaces. So I'm actually going to make a stack of them. Like, we may not need a stack, but go big or go home. And I think an item interface and we need a static terminal. We need 1 more of these. I'm out of mineral berries. Can you believe it? Where did I stick them? There we go. Just need a handful. Need 1 more display panel. Because I used that other storage terminal. Storage terminal is what we're going to walk up here and look at, right? So if I put a... Oh, we also need a whole bunch of the connectors, which for some reason I didn't save. These logic cables. This is what holds it all together. And we're going to need a lot more than that. Let's see. What are we missing? Oh, the mineral chunks. We can fix that. Lovely. Yeah, that ought to work. Maybe a couple more. And by a couple, I mean a stack. Okay, yeah, more than 64 is perfect. So if I stick a logic cable right here and slap this on the front of it, we have access to our storage system, which has nothing attached to it, so there's nothing in it, right? So we fix that by sneaking back here and sleeping first. I may have to take off my bunny slippers. My jump is too high. And we'll put all this back as soon as I get back here. Go in here. There we go. Okay, so every barrel in here, we want to put one of these item interfaces on. Like so. And we're going to add more barrels way up top. Because from this point forward, and this is the part that makes me break out in hives. From this point forward, I don't have any control over where things go. So we're going to connect all of these with the logic cables. And one of the coolest parts about this mob is how 2 items can live in the same square in here. It makes me happy. Okay, I'm gonna do that because we need the cable to hook to, the logic cable needs to hook up to the storage terminal. So if I click the chest, now you can see this is everything in all of our barrels up there. Okay? So many things. Now, we can change the way this looks. Let's see. Somehow I picked up those. Let's see. Change the grid size. There we go. So it looks a little bit more like a refined storage. Don't want a crafting filter. I want to sort it by item amount, descending. So it starts with the things we have the most of and slowly goes down. So this helps me when I'm looking for like 1 gem or something crazy. And if I click on the crafting tab, I can now craft things like an item logic cable, or like, let's do another example there. Like a mineral torch from the crafting grid, right? And it accesses everything that's in storage in order to craft that. This is going to be very useful for the next things we want to make. So now we are hooked up to all of these barrels only, right? Let me shut this back down. And because I'm a little bit OCD, I'm going to put things back where they go. Just for a moment. So that we can demonstrate this. And then we have a portable storage interface. Logic cables. Get rid of that wood. I'm going to keep those. Where did I put? Obsidian was living in there. That's bling. That's organic. And that'll probably be the last time you see me actually put stuff back where it belongs. So now I believe visually interact with the ingredients stored in the linked network. Right click on an omnidirectional connector to link. Now, I don't know if we can make an omnidirectional connector yet, but let's try. So there's monodirectional connectors and omnidirectional connectors. Somehow I have wood in there. Let's see what we need. So we need some monodirectional connectors. We need some logic directors, and we need logic cable, mono, and logic directors. So that's the recipe we want. These are crystallized chorus chunks. But we're in modded, so maybe there's a different way for us to do this. We need popped chorus fruit. Can we get chorus fruit some other way? An apple with some ender predictions. If we had a dragon, we could grow things. We could get bees. If I had endstone and a chorus plant, we could just magically produce them. So is there a way to get a chorus flower without going to the end? I think the answer is yes. No. If we had a pop chorus fruit, we could do it. We could sneak into the end and get ender bees. The answer is no. We really need to go to the end before box of eternal. Oh, yeah, contents, baby, energy, possess shulker. Yeah, we don't have any of that, which is fine. We'll get there. Okay, so we don't have wireless crafting yet, so we'll save that. And that's pretty typical. I think that was true in the last mod pack we were in. I'm going to call that. Needs to go in wood. Wow, I can't stand it. I have to, like, make it go in the right place. Whoa, it's going to make me crazy. Okay, but for crafting, the next thing I want to do today is make ourselves, using our new fancy storage. I mean, it's not that fancy, but hey, all of our stuff is accessible through one screen, which is a huge start. I think you can also make filtered item interfaces, but I don't know. I don't know if we can auto program them based on what's in the barrel. That would be interesting to find out. So if I added, like, if we made some hoppers, right, and then had 2 item interfaces and made a filtered one, and then I looked at it attached to filtering item interval ID 15 inactive. What does that mean, game? Let me grab a book and a couple of our little mineral shards, because I think that makes us the guidebook for this. So network, logic, recipe, crafting terminals. Go to the index and see if we can find the filtering item interface. Okay. Moves items over the network. Import items into the network using item importers. Export items using exporters. Dynamically filter what items can go through an interface using a filtering item. That doesn't really help me. So there's your answer. I don't know how to use them. And I don't see anything explicitly called a filter. World. Like, I know we can attaches an item inventory to the network and filters it. Filters it with what? Like, what does that mean? Crafting interface, attuned crafting interface. Okay, the other thing we can do is hook an interface. So if we attach it to a logic cable, we can hook an interface up to a crafting table and then give it recipes to automatically create, like simple ones, anything that can be crafted in a 3x3 grid. It has the ability to auto craft it for us. Like, let's say all you have are logs and you want to make a chest. You can teach it to auto craft planks from logs so that you don't have to make planks in order to do your recipe. Pretty cool. Okay, I do not have anywhere to put this. Let's see. That's not a book. It is a mob drop. So that's it. That's our storage. Wow, that didn't take long at all. Okay, next. I want to make the mining gadget, the building gadget, the exchange gadget, and the copy-paste gadget. Along with the modification table, at the very least, so that we can change things up. So we need some blank upgrade modules. It's a lot of diamonds, but I think the mining gadget will make up for this. So I need some glass panes, redstone, lappy. I'll make sure I have panes. I do. Oh, you can see stuff is already just randomly going wherever it wants to go. This is what. Yeah, okay. I'll get over my need for it to be perfect someday. Okay, we definitely need one of those. Because there's the modification table. And we need one more in order to make our mining gadget. Woo! We need a crafting table. Who dis? And this does not need power. I don't think. No. But we do need upgrades in order to add to this. So if we go to a mining gadget, things we want. Let's see. It would be nice to mine in a 3x3. Can we afford that? That's very expensive. Diamond pickaxe. Block of diamonds? Maybe? Maybe let's start with placing lights while we mine. So we need a blank upgrade module. And I think I have lanterns in my backpack. I do. What else do we need? One more redstone lamp. So now we put this in the modification table and add the light placer. Our mining gadget, current upgrade, light placer. It'll place lights when we're in dungeons and it senses that the light level is too low, which is very cool. We also want to increase the range. There's more diamonds. So this is how far it reaches. And we want to increase that maybe to not that far. Tier 2 is good. And we want to sleep because there are monsters being very loud outside. Of course. While I'm doing this, I have thoughts about how to expand our building. Like, we're going that way. And I think... Excuse you, please. No uninvited guests. What do we get? A book. Curse of Bones 3. Nice. Thanks. I've been thinking about how we want to expand, and I definitely want to go that way. I'm not sure I want to build... And we're going to attach it to this building. But I had a thought that maybe we build this to end up looking like a hodgepodgey village. And because we can pick up villagers so easily, maybe we put them in place in each building as a role. So, depending on how loud they are, right? Although I guess we can always mute them. Like, I have a whole barrel of villagers up here. And they'll change look based on what you put them in front of, what workstation. And I thought it might be fun to like name tag them with names, give them workstations, and then scatter them throughout the build. Let me know what you think. Just to kind of add some life. Okay, let's increase the battery power here. So there's a tier 1 battery. And a tier 2, and oh, that's cheap enough. We can do that. Tier 3, I just need 4 blocks of quartz. So there we go. So that'll hold 10 million RF. And then we want the efficiency, like we want it to be fast. So let's see what tier... We also want to try to get fortune on here. What's tier 4? Do we have enough redstone for that? Yes. I think we'll stop there. Right? Tier 4. So efficiency 4. Maxed power. A range of 5. And then let's take a look at fortune. So a fortune 1. Oop, it's this one. And I need a few more redstone here. Nope. Do I already have the blank? No, because I was out of redstone. Okay. Tier 1, we need 2 blocks of iron, which is totally doable. I'm actually going to make a whole bunch of iron blocks and then put a whole bunch more iron in our system here. So there's Fortune Tier 1. Tier 2 is blocks of Lappy. I don't know if we have that. No, I have 1 Lappy Lazuli left. I have some up in the enchanting area. But not enough. Yeah, definitely not enough. Okay, so we need to be on the lookout for Lappy as we're mining. Fortune 1 is all we get for now. So if we put our mining gadget in here, we add our upgrades by just shift clicking them in there. So now when we take this out and hold down shift, we can see that it has light placer, an increased battery, increased range, Fortune 1, and efficiency. Now we just need to charge it. And the good news is we can just stick it in our elite energy cube and it'll charge really fast because it's like has direct access to the energy. And it's a good thing that I added more windmills because almost half our power is going to go into our mining gadget, which is okay. That's fine because then we can see how much we're making. I mean, that's ticking up pretty good given that we're just running on... I think each windmill is producing 60 RF a tick. So we're doing 240 RF a tick just with wind passively. And base is chunk loaded. So it's always producing power. Like, it's not fast at all. If we ran a bunch of heavy machines all at once, we would be SOL. But for our current purposes, this is good and sufficient. So I think we should go try out our new mining gadget. I don't even know that I'm going to need torches because it'll place lights for us. But I do want to make some food. Because we now have access to things in the farm. Let's see. I have cabbage, potatoes. We could probably make more bacon, cut up some chicken. I don't remember what we were eating before. I have tomatoes, cabbage. Let's chop up some chicken. Because half the fun of modded Minecraft is the food. Kirk, my friend. How are you this morning? Is that enough chickens? Hopefully. 38 chickens. Let's see what we can make with tomatoes and or carrots and or bread and onions maybe. Because I grew them just for this. There's more cabbage. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. And then let's go see what we have out here. Because I made all the things. That's just potatoes and carrots and beets and things. I got something fun. Cook. Grow something fun over here. Yes. We have like garlic, lettuce, rice, oats, wasabi, strawberry, turnips. Okay, let's see what we can do with maybe onions. Right? We can make mutton wraps. No, we have chicken. Right? Let's do chicken. I have raw chicken cutlets. That tells me we should probably cook them. So what can we make cooked? Chicken sandwich. That's fine. What else can we cook with these? Raw chicken. There, cooking pot. That's what I'm looking for. Chicken soup? Well, that's nice. We have that. Beets, carrot, cabbage, beet. Chicken soup. It does require bowl. But wow, that saturation is fantastic. Cabbage rolls. Let's do chicken soup in a cooking pot. That sounds delicious. Did I get beets? Let's grab the beets. Dun, dun, dun. Beet, carrot. Did I get carrots? No. Silly. Give me some carrots. Carrots. Meat, carrot, chicken. What else was in there? We need to make a cooking pot. Cabbage. We have that. In spades. And it's basically, I think it's any other vegetable. We could use onions. So carrot, cabbage, chicken, and any veggie. With some bowls. Super easy. We do not yet have anything that qualifies as a kitchen area. But let's make a cooking pot. That. Yes. So I just need... What are we missing? A wooden shovel. And an actual bucket of water, which I have in my backpack. Perfect. One cooking pot. I also need a campfire. Do I have any of those in my backpack? No. Let's do one of those. Like so. Oh my god, it's so nice. Put our knife down. So if we have our cooking pot, you know, like needs must. Give me that. There we go. If you shift right click it over a campfire, now it can cook things. What was that reward? I'm sorry, not reward. Dinner's served. Put down a cooking pot and start preparing meals. Nice. Okay, what do we say? Cabbage, carrot, chicken. No, don't start making things. And then any veggie, right? And then I need to give it some bowls. Like a whole stack of bowls. Beautiful. Chicken soup. Not yet eaten. What does it taste like? Oh, it makes two. Ah, delicious. And then my only complaint is it leaves the bowls, right? Which is fine. Let's put all this food and stuff back. We'll sleep while it cooks us a few more bowls of chicken soup. Kirk says he needs coffee. I'm with you, my friend. I'm back to decaf today. We'll see how it goes. It's delicious. Also, I was freezing when I woke up this morning. And now I'm very toasty. Because I think my office is the closest to the heater output. Like heaters in the basement, right? And the vent is on the floor right next to me. And I have the door closed. And so it turns into a little oven. Because also my computer's under the desk. Making me warm. Which is not a bad thing when it's cold. To be warm. Okay, I think let's just start with 8. And I want to go down and use our mining gadget. And the other thing I want to do is show you what I did. The adventure I went on while y'all were sleeping. Because, yeah. So we're going to go out to our waystone. Now, I did use a locate function on the server to find this. Because I went down and looked around underneath our base and there was nothing. And I was like, let's just go find one. So the ancient city is actually very far away. That's okay. Because I put a waystone there. And here it is. I should have made a potion of... Who's here? I thought I lit this up good enough, but there's bad things here. Just FYI. But we found an ancient city. The reason we need an ancient city is there are many things in this pack that are gate kept behind all the Modium ore. And if you look up at the ceiling behind me, I think that is one piece of all the Modium ore. I have another one on the other side of this insane city marked. I also got a whole bunch of loot from here, by the way. Like, we now have soul speed we could put on our boots. I only triggered the warden twice, which is pretty good for me. All things considered. I'm just saying. But my little trail of woolen bridging, I basically just used wool to get around. And my whole focus was on destroying the warden spawners. And you know, if you cover stuff in wool and then break it, it doesn't trigger things usually. So I only had one really bad scare. It wasn't bad. I tried to light up stuff as I went when I deemed it safe. But if you follow the light path to the left, no, yes, the other piece, no, it's this way and around the corner. See my little wool bridge and the lighting. There's another piece of all the Modium up in the ceiling, over on the other side, like just like this one is. Problem is, oh god, so much noise. This was so nerve-wracking. That's what I do when I listen to podcasts, so I wouldn't be scared. In order to get that, we have to have netherite, like at a minimum, because when you hover over it, it says netherite required. So, oh shit. That makes me so scared. Okay, so there's an ancient city, and we have to have netherite to get there. So we're gonna go to the nether and do some mining. But before that, I would really like some fortune. So let's go down in our own mine and see if we can find some lappy lazuli. And I think if we consult the Oracle of the Internet, Minecraft lappy, what? Y level 1.21. Y level -2. It's found uniformly, but mostly right around 0. Okay, that we can handle. So down we go to 0. So we're at 20, 21, 13, 12. This should be here. Yeah, this is Y level 2, which is where I'd already started to mine a little bit, because this is... Oh, look, I marked it. There's all kinds of good stuff here. There's some stuff I couldn't mine with my current level, but we should... Oh. I didn't even think of trying the mining gadget to get all the Modium ore. Huh. That's a worthwhile experiment. Okay. But for right now, I'm at Y level 0. That was our ladder down. Let's just go like right through here. And look, it makes some Zycraft goodies. I do have... Didn't we make we made a magnet together last time? Yep. There's some iron. And I probably should just kind of randomly dig a little bit out here. My magnet not on? I feel like the magnet's not on. Nope, it wasn't on. That'll help. Do, 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 do. There's some antimony. Looking for Lappy. Like you do. And we're at Y level 1. Got some iron. Nice. And I'm just gonna make a little, maybe a little 2x2 as we go. That way we get more exposure to more ores, possibly. We don't really need fluorite. Thanks, game. So, what has everybody else been doing? How was everybody's holiday? I love the light placing. What I would love more of is some lapis lazuli. We just want to increase our fortune. And this might be easier in a cave. I don't know, but caves kind of go up and down. I'm gonna try to stay close enough that I can actually pick these up. This is actually additions ore. That's important. So loud. Okay, what do we need to do a 3x3 on the mining gadget? Ender pearl. We need a block of diamonds. Is that worth it? Like, that'd be 3 plus 9 plus 2. 14 diamonds. How are we doing on diamonds? I think we're abysmal. I think we're out. Oops, that's supposed to be gems. Yes, we have no diamonds. I used them all. That's terrible. Pardon me, little coughing fit. Got a little sniffly this morning. Kiwi, all the things. Clay. Oh no, there are diamonds. I should have looked in the storage. Wow, it's gonna make me crazy. It's okay. I'll just put it back in storage and not look. Okay. It's fine. Let's do it. Let's do a 3x3. Because I think that'll make our lives easier if we can swing it. There's the base. I just need one block of diamond. We have everything else. I think. Wow, it wants to use a diamond pick. I don't know if I want it to use it. Efficiency 3. No, let's make one. Let's make one, or should we use that one? I mean, it was free. I got it in a chest, right? Might as well. This should give us all the diamonds. Yes, it's fine. Woo. There we go. 3x3 upgrade. Now let's go. Down to the green line. Yeah, that's totally worth it. Let's pick another direction. Ah, nice. And it's placing lights as we go. I already feel like we're getting so much more. What is that? Runic deep slate. Ah! Lap! Nope. Is that... Nope, zirconium. I was kind of hoping for some lappy. But you know what? I will take whatever that is. What is that? More zirconium. What even is all that? Who knows? Thank goodness for our magnet. Can't do this without a magnet. I'm just saying. Inferium. Nice. More fun things. Ooh, arcane crystal is nice. Is that irons? Oh, forbidden arcanus. Okay. Cool. Deep slate peridot. All kinds of things. Oop. Cave. Nope, I do want that to be range 15. I think we're just gonna pick a direction and do a little. I'm gonna come back here. Grab that iron. I missed, apparently. We're gonna go this way. Yeah, that's more the Zycraft stuff, right? Yeah. We might go power. I don't know what we're gonna do for our main power yet. Lot of Zycraft at this level. We might try up a couple levels. Oh, redstone. We do need that. What do we have so far? You know what we have is I need to add diorite, dirt, granite, and gravel, and possibly clay to our little pocket storage unit. There we go. That'll help a little bit. Osmium. Need some of that. Deep slate sapphire. It's mining. It wouldn't be Minecraft without mining. And it's modded mining. You know what's funny is we don't need the iron. But I can't stand not getting the iron. What are you? Zinc. Yes. Give me all that. Well, we won't do a whole ton with create, but I want the option to do create things. Ah, finally, there's Lappy. Wow, that took forever. I'm gonna move our way over here so that we actually pick some of this up. So I get close enough for the magnet to work. What are you? More zinc. Okay, I have a feeling that I should probably do a lot of this off camera. Y'all don't get bored out of your gourds. How are we doing? Okay, the only thing that's not picking up is the andesite, which is weird. Still not. I mean, 46 Lappy from that one little. That Fortune 1's doing a thing. And there's Bort, which we need for silent gear. Oh, would have found an amethyst. Okay, can I... One by one. This is important. Super importante. Okay, we'll take all that. Nice. And then I will take one of our waystones and put it right here and say amethyst. Perfect. Nice. Because we're gonna need, if I'm really cool, we can cardboard box one of these and pick it up and take it with us. Because I believe we can set up like a budding amethyst. If I put it under an extractor with water on top of it, it'll just make amethyst shards for us. Which is fantastic because we need these for Ars Nouveau. And a million other things. So there, automated amethyst. For the win. Let's make you 3x3 again. Thank you. All the things. Okay, let's go down to... I'm gonna put clay in our little picker-upper. Because we can. Let's go down to... diamond level. And see if we can find some diamonds real quick. Oh no, this is where our ladder is, right? Yes. Down we go. Ah! It's not that far down. We'll be at Y level 58, which is my favorite diamond mining. See, we didn't get very far. I was using... this is where redstone should be. Obviously. Nice. See a stack of redstone. Not even trying. I love it. And mithril. See, I can't mine that with just plain diamonds. Yeah, I should really go try the aluminium with the mining gadget. Okay, I saw gold over here. We'll never lack for flint again either. More gold. Give me some diamonds. And I'm not complaining about the redstone. We just used a whole bunch of it. Ah, diamonds! Yay! We only have fortune 1, but that's okay. Oh, that's 6. That's not bad. Oh, I hear growly things. Like, what is that? Can you hear that? Terrible. Terrifying. I can see the red dot on the screen. More diamonds is my... I do not have fortune on that. Do we have fortune on another? No, just efficiency. Okay. 12 diamonds. Yay. Okay, so I will do a whole bunch of this off camera as well. I'm just very glad that we had just enough to make this. Still looking for... Oh, that's the next upgrade we need to make. And it is... If we look at mining gadgets... The freezing upgrade. That should be easy. This, freezes water and lava. So it turns lava into obsidian. So let's just... Do I have snowballs? No. Can we get snowballs? Where are we? What adventures do we need? Ah, it looks like snow to me. Yes, I want a freezing upgrade. Let me absolutely traumatize myself and just throw everything into storage. There we go. I'm not sure there's room for it all. And what I'll do is do a search on raw. So if I do like that, then it'll show me all the ores that need to be cooked. And then we can either stick them in, you know, someday we'll have this. What if I went charcoal? Yeah, probably time for me to replace the things that are down here with our automated ones. So that means we'll need to run power I'll probably just hide it and run it down here. Wireless power is achievable through the flux networks. And speaking of power, I just want to take a quick check. See, our power is almost filled up again. That's not bad. Really and truly. And we only used 2 million on that tiny mining trip. I would like it to be faster. If we have enough redstone. Fortune tier 2 is 6 blocks of lappy. We have it! Let's do it! So we need to take our tier 1 fortune out of here. And convert it to tier 2. And then put it back on the thing. And then we need to take our efficiency 4 out of here and see if we can upgrade it to tier 5. We can. So now we have Fortune 2, which is great. That used almost all of our lappy. That's fine. That is no problemo. What else do we have that's raw that we need to cook? Lead. We're going to need lead for things. So we'll cook up some of that. And how'd we end up on diamonds? 21. So we're net positive for the trip. So if I do quick slash back to where we were. Oh, I didn't make the freezy thing. Let's go get snow. Super fast adventure for snow, right? Let's see. I need planks. And probably to empty the rest of this. Jeez Louise. Da, da. Da, 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 da. And this are what I moved to get back behind there. So just stick you there. Nice. Where is my boat? I don't know. Do I have one in here? Nah, no. How? Very strange. Must be somewhere. Okay. Snow. It's right there. It's not far. Let's go. What time of day is it? Just gonna zippity doodah over here. Yeah, let's go around to the right. Someday we'll go in that dungeon. Someday soon. I need just enough snow to make a freezing upgrade. We probably need some snow for other stuff. And it makes me wonder if I have blocks of snow. Maybe not. Maybe just not snowballs. Who knows? There should be... Yeah, we'll go all the way around. Nothing like a little boating adventure. Hello, Mr. Owl. How goes it? He looks very wise. Also, I'm not sure we've been over here. Oh, there's bad things in there. Have we been around here? I'm not sure. I think a huge part of the fun of modded Minecraft is the need to adventure occasionally. I think it's very easy in vanilla to get all the things you need. And yeah, sure, you might like go to jungles, you have jungle wood, go to forest, you have forest wood, but wherever you make your base, you tend to just kind of hang there because if you dig down, everything's there. And that's not necessarily the case. In modded, you may have to go far afield for the material or the mob. Or whatever you need. You know, we should get archwood while we're here. Because every color is here. But first I want snow. And do I have, what are we wearing? Of course I don't have leather boots on me. That's alright. We'll just dig some layers right here. Magnet on. Vein miner. And then, wow. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's plenty of snow. If I did like this. We'll just get a stack of blocks and a few stacks of snowballs. Nice. And yes, I am going to go ahead and get some archwood while we're here. What is down here? What? Ooh. Mine shaft. That's cool. And some gold. All kinds of fun things. Okay, we need some of you. Thank you. That's green. And we need some blue. Maybe more blue. Thank you. So green, blue, purple. Someday I will upgrade our tools. Aha. Nice. One purple. Are you kidding me, game? Come on. Give me at least 2. Maybe 3? Nice. 8's good. Then we need some red. Almost. Let's take the yellow down. There we go. Oh my. There's yellow. There's red. Let's put these away. I shall repair. The axe. A few more red. Up we go. And some yellow wouldn't hurt. Let's just do that. Nice. Have a bowl of chicken soup. And I think all of that will go in our pocket. And I think it's only 5. Purple. Red, yellow, green, blue, purple, right? Red, yellow, green, blue, purple. That's it. There's only the one blue. Interesting. We'll dig it out of the ground because I don't really like leaving the logs in here. Nice. And I think we have... Do we have magnolia yet? Let's get some. Nice. White magnolia. Green magnolia. Nice. And it's dark, so let's go look in this tower. Because I believe it is an apotheosis tower we have not been in. Let us see. Nope. Okay, save our trees, save the logs. Save the magnolia and the fruit from the Ars Nouveau trees and get rid of all the root stuff. There we go. So, what are you? Draw, mining, dodge. Nope, don't care. Oh, you're usually good. Mining speed, 22 speed. That's fabulous. Armor, life steal. It's not bad. Wow, it's dark in here. Crit, toughness. It's not terrible. Okay. Never say no to the TNT. Punch, power. I'll take the power. Ooh, 35% draw speed. That's a nice one. And then I can't remember if we have a leather belt yet or not, but we're going to take it. And I'm never going to say no to books. So why is there no light in here? And where's my sleeping bag? There it is. It's purple. I didn't recognize it. Sleepy time. Consider crafting a repair kit. I have a repair kit. Thanks, game. You never know with Minecraft. Sometimes it's just got some attitude. It does, it does. I bet we have zombie friends outside. What's our plan? Escape to the right. Meow. What are they doing? Nothing. Nothing to see here. Okay, snow accomplished. Anything else while we're here? What's over there? Ooh, that looks scary. And a village we probably haven't been to. In this direction. Ouch. So the bunny slippers are really fun. However, comma, without feather falling, they're kind of a pain. Oh, I need y'all. Sourceberry. Because we need a sourceberry farm eventually. Okay, over the river and through the woods here. Maze light. We don't have leather boots, so I don't want to travel through the snow. But I do want to see, like, what is that? Owie. Owie? Like, that looks like a big copper something. Oh, Nelly. Ouch. Ouchie, ouch. Youchie, ouch. Mike, how's it going? You think they'll ever add dinosaurs to this mod pack? You think it would be exquisite to have dinosaurs in all the mods? 10. You know what? It's got all the mods. I think that would absolutely add an edge of craziness to it. There are dinosaur packs, right? Like, what is this? Do we feel like there's something down here? I don't know. Blocks of copper. I mean, I'm not going to say no to that. No, nothing under there. Just crazy amounts of copper. Ah, that is a boon. Okay, where was I going? This way. Hello, cows. Oh, I need to set up automated sheep shearing too. Okay, where's the village that I was trying to get to? Over here. On the other side of that Manuelin. Which means we could zip around via boat. Because it looks like it's in a jungle. It looks like a bigger village, not one of the regular villages. Oop, what are you? A balloon has landed and left us prizes. Okay, you can keep your apples. I will take... Ah! The raccoon scared me. Holy Toledo. That's not cool. I gotta yell every episode at least once. It's insane. What mod pack do I favor the most? Oh, it's a really hard question. So... Oh my god. There are a lot of old ones I like. Like I love... Oh, there was one called Craft of the Titans, maybe? There's an old Bullyman pack that was like... It took dying 40 or 50 times. You know how y'all think RL Craft is really hard? This one like makes RL Craft look like a walk in the park. I think it was a 1.7 pack. It was insane. Like you couldn't even get out of spawn. No matter where you spawned, there were enemies. And everybody had their base underground because it was just not possible to live on the surface at all. That was fun. I wouldn't say that was pleasurable. I'm not sure that's my favorite. I loved, oh, there was one called Revelations, maybe? That was fantastic. Look at them with their little fires and things. Jungle Boogie. You know what? We're taking the cookies. I'm just saying. Packs I've played recently. I actually loved all the mods 9. But I think all the mods 8 is one of the most well-balanced all the mods pack that's come out in a while. That was fantastic. I'm a huge fan of the Direwolf packs because I love a good kitchen sink pack. There was one that was like maybe 1.10 or so that was ages. Ages of... Oh my god, I wish I could remember. Kitty slippers. And it just did such a great job of walking you through. Like, there was tons to do in the Stone Age and tons to do in the Iron Age. I know there have been some that are like that recently. But not... What's up? What's your trade? Paper for... Is that 9 emeralds for a bookshelf? Dude. What? Do y'all have a problem with tariffs too? That's insane. No, I'm not paying that. I'm not. That's why we got the small turkey at Thanksgiving, because nobody could afford crap. Just saying. What other ones? I've played so many so recently. So FTB Evolution was super fun. It was a great kitchen sinker. Progression packs. I haven't. I loved Steampunk. The Steampunk pack was fun. Like, it's a 1.19, but you didn't really notice. Oh, I'm taking the leather boots so we can walk in snow if we need to. It was good. Diamonds! Obsidian. I think we have an umbrella. I'll take the iron pickaxe just because recipes might call for it. Not that, no, you know what? We don't need that. I definitely have an umbrella. This one's interesting that it's in with... What do we have? platinum, uranium. Project. What was that one called? Not Project Z. There was a regular version and an expert version. Also like a 1.10 pack. I haven't been extremely excited recently about recent packs. Like, because I'm not a Pokemon or a Cobblemon person, I kind of skipped over those. Not really interested. Look at this meeting. What are y'all talking about? Is the gossip good? What's happening? And there comes a point, like, I've played every major pack, right? Even if it's not on stream. I've definitely opened them up and either played them with friends or played single player for funsies. Oh, look, these bamboo creepers are cool. What's up, little bro? He's just chilling. Hi. Oh, you have a friend. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt a date? My bad. My bad. Okay. This village has all the usual villagey stuff. I don't think it's crazily exciting for our purposes. Let's head home. Like we do. Especially, how could it already be dark? Can I get there from here? Yes, I can. Look at that. Amazing. Yeah, the packs are good. I have tried some of the packs. Like, I think the new... One of the kind of, I would call it trendy things to do is to do, like, complete overhauls. Like, combat overhaul and RPG it. And while I think it's super fun that Minecraft is the kind of game that you can change that drastically and make it feel like you're playing another game entirely, I'm not a huge fan of changing the combat. I don't mind changing the mechanics. I mean, obviously, I play modded almost exclusively. Look at our little dorky house. So good. Meow. I see. So, like, I've tried, been a bunch out lately that, like, have that combat overhaul to them. And I just have such a hard time actually managing to play with those. I don't know what it is. Okay, let's put these away and then holy Toledo. Now we have snow. I don't know if there's room for everything in the storage system. We're just gonna pretend that we don't care that things are going in very random places. I want to carry those boots because you never know. Wow. So, okay, so it tells us how many items it can hold. 63K. It's only got 12K items. I guess that's good. It tells us its storage capacity. Oh yeah, so there are empty... Like, it's just shoving stuff anywhere. That's alright. We just have to learn how to search for things. It's very likely that we'll go to refined storage as soon as we have really good mining and I can go to the nether for a night and get a bunch of stuff done. But I think it's important to know that you have options for early game storage. I don't know if... Is Tom simple storage? No. So you could also have done RF tool storage modules along with the modular storage. So modular storage is like a chest. You make that, and then you can stick either tier 1, 2, 3, or 4 in it. And like tier 4 lets you store 500 stacks of items, or the equivalent. And they're not that expensive. Like, I know it's a block of diamond, but like tier 2 lets you store 200 stacks. And it's just a little bit of gold and redstone. Like, you have to make tier 1, but it's cheap as chips. And then you just put a storage scanner with it, and it'll scan everything within that radius. We might just set one of those up just to show you. But the integrated dynamics, I think, is the cheapest to begin with. Like, it's a little bit of iron. I think we went through like a half a stack of iron, maybe, and a half stack of redstone dust. But other than that, it was just, you know, a little bit of glowstone, some pistons, mostly the mineral. Not bad at all. Okay, the other thing I want to make today to help us out in the future is a building gadget, and an exchange, and a copy paste gadget. Now, I feel like I had a dream where the cost of these recipes was weirdly high. Where, like, for some reason I thought you needed all the modium to make a building gadget. So did I dream that, or was I trying to make something else? Because this is cheap. Like, that's what it should be. So we're going to make all three. Building gadget, exchange gadget, and a copy paste. Because I'm like that. And we don't really need a charging. Because I can just come up here and stick them in our actual battery. They each hold 1,000,000. And now we can build like walls and things. And if we're happy with a structure, we can copy paste it. Which I have a feeling we'll be doing a lot of. So those have become necessary tools in our arsenal here. So I'm going to add them to our backpack. Along with a bucket of water. Because I don't ever travel without one. Okay, and then the next... So we're running out of space, right? And I think adding on to our little cottage is a good idea. It's a great starter house, but it's time to expand. So the real question is, are we in the right location? Do we like it here? Is it suitable for our needs? I think the answer is yes. I think we can get kind of creative with making a whole village-looking thing. Here, it might require cleaning out the entire forest to kind of take a look at what we have. Which I think is why I cleared the trees from the current location. So I could kind of see where we wanted to go with this. And I'm not sure what I want to build with. We could go with our... Well, I mean, we definitely need to be more exciting. Like, we're in modded. And I built an oak and spruce house. Because that's what we had. We were poor. There was no other materials at the time. But we have a lot of choice. We're spoiled for choice when it comes to building materials. So maybe we should take a look through our... Like, what do I have for saplings? We have cherry, which I should probably grow. We have some netherwood, firecracker. Got all the usual suspects. Got some magnolia. So if I did sapling, there we go. Oaks, archwood, jungle, mahogany. I'm sure we could get the Minecraft mahogany as well. So we have a lot of we have acacias. We have a lot of red and orange and natural wood. Do we want to build out of wood? I like the idea of it looking medieval. Like we've already started down that path. And I think that's the way to go. What are all these waypoints? Like, what is... Why do I have them? That's the ancient city. That's fair. But, like, what's the giant blue? This is just... Like, why is there a big old waypoint there? I know I marked something. But... What is it that I marked? Oh! Amethyst. Okay. But I don't want to look at this right now. So if we go to JEI and I click on... Let's just disable it. There we go. That's better. And the same thing for Ancient City. Wherever the heck that is. So if I looked at our waypoints, I thought I had all of them turned off. Waystones. Disable the group, right? Why are you still lit? Why is the home one still lit? You could be disabled, please. Oh, there's the ancient city. Wow. So that's 2,000 blocks. It doesn't look that far, does it? It wasn't that bad of a trip, really. Over the river, through the woods. Found a nice Badlands, which is cool. I should probably put a marker down there, too. And another huge village. Another one of those huge clockwork structures, like that's up at spawn. Which would be worth looting at some point. Oh, we can see our horsey. Who knew? Who knew? But yes, I think the answer is clear this hillside. And I might do a little terraforming, which is where the building gadget's going to come in handy. So let's do a tiny bit of that while we're here. I don't want to, like, overly level things. Like, I don't want to cut out huge chunks of the hillside, because I personally find that super ugly. But if I said... I'm sure I have dirt in our pocket holder thing, too. Yes, not a whole lot. That's okay. And, of course, it's nighttime. As soon as I want to do something, it's nighttime. I'm excited. We got the storage. We got a mining gadget. We got a building gadget. I need to go mining off camera. I want to just fill in this valley a tiny bit. Like maybe just this one layer to start. And use that as an opportunity to show you how the building gadget works. So we want to shift right click on the block we want to use to build. And you'll see that it highlights a thing. If I hold down, nope, G, it brings up, and I had to fix my, this is the default, but I had to fix my keybinds to make sure that this was the only one assigned to G. So we have a bunch of options. Right now, the default is build to me, which is one of the easiest. You can also do a surface, which would be perfectly fine here. And you can change the range. So I'm actually going to make it the max range so that when I right click, it'll build a line. If it can reach, it'll build to me. Right? Super easy. Just right clicking. Making sure I'm pointed at the block that I want to fill in. And that was so much faster than me trying to do this manually, right? That took like 3 seconds. And boom, the valley is flat. Now, the more I look at this, the more I think, let's take down this guy. Eat some soup. Because mining is hard work. And why is my... Somehow, I keep hitting a hotkey that turns my magnet off. So I need to go check that. This is crude oil, which we're probably not going to use. But it may be annoying later. We'll see. You watch. I'll try to build some basement under some building. And that oil will be there. I think let's go ahead. How much dirt do we have left? Not a lot. Okay, we'll hold off on any more until I can go, like, dig up the side of another mountain. But for right now... And then, like, because that's now filled in, I can kind of zhuzh it, make it look a little more natural here. Like... actual Minecraft terrain was generated there, potentially. And yes, I know it's a little bit different. I want to make some kind of entrance out of the side of this building that comes down this hill a tiny bit into maybe a workshop area. And then maybe we could turn this into more of an actual house, like put our kitchen stuff in here. Because I think there's definitely a need to move our storage over to a crafting location. Oh, I also want to connect up our mob farm storage to the storage system. That shouldn't be that hard. So basically, I would just need to put one of the item interfaces on this storage controller, like hide it underneath or behind it. And I'll dig a tunnel probably over under that wall somewhere because our storage system is over here. And the simplest way to do this would be to fix your axe first, Winnie. We need to upgrade our tools. Maybe we'll get in a silent gear next time with some tool upgrades, depending on what materials we have. Yeah, and so I think I want to just like run this straight down. So if we did like this, and then put a torch there, maybe, so we could see. And then let's see if our basement is close to this. Yeah, here's a wall. Am I close? I'm super close. Okay, let's do it where... So we're gonna go, because the mob farm is this way. That's the side of the mob farm, so this is actually probably a great place to dig. That's the bottom. I did a little... tunnel. I should run into our storage thing. What Y level I'm on? 150. Row 150. Let's go see where that is. Oh god, I don't want to actually mess anything up that I have here. So our storage is along this row. That's 151. There it is. Aha. We're so close. Ta-da! So basically, I'll hook one up to the back of that and then run it through here and then up here to connect it. Nice. That's not bad at all. And then when you clean up your walls, nobody knows you ever did crazy stuff behind the walls like that. And we don't need to go that far. So we can do like this. Right? Okay, so if I go /home and grab, we can filter by the mod by typing @ and integrated dynamics, and I grab a logic cable and an item inventory. I don't think I need a different, let's see. Don't need a writer. Don't need a reader. Maybe. Inventory reader. Might need an inventory reader. Energy, filtering, energy, world. Attaches an item inventory. We should just need an item inventory. Shouldn't be that complicated. So if I get a little head start on the cabling here. And then we go back downstairs. Pop. Stick the inventory there. And then I'm gonna just run it this way. Oh, no, we need to be able to walk there. Hold on. We'll go down one. You know, sometimes you gotta make adjustments for... It was further down than I thought. Ooh, darkness, my old friend. And once we have these here, we shouldn't have to touch them. I will put more light in here. That. Okay, except for the whole trapped problem. There we go. Let me stand on top of this. There. And I'm going to be stuck in here, so we'll get this out of my way. Blech. Are we there? I think I can connect these with me still standing here. I can. Okay, they're connected, and then I can /home to get out of there. And theoretically, if we click on this and go to crafting, well, even an inventory, you can see everything in the mob farm. Ta-da! And I believe by default, it will try... maybe. I don't know if we've set up... I don't know how to set a priority. Can we set priorities on these? Yes. So I'm going to go down to the mob farm and make sure that the priority for this is set high. and save it. So before it tries to put like things like zombie flesh in the other storage, it'll try here first. Right? Nice. So anything that has a drawer, it'll try to put it in here first. So technically, we can free up more space. If I take this mob stuff that I know there's space in that system, and I put it in there, it should not end up back in here. It should end up in that system of drawers. Yeah. Like the gunpowder. And what else happens down there? The leather scraps. And the slime balls. Right? And then this random stuff can be thrown away. We could get some more. Oh, it only stacks to 16. That's kind of disappointing, but okay. It's good. And then I'm going to put these back, because that's all we need to do. Now we have access to all of the things in our storage, including everything in the mob farm, which is very cool. So I can just throw most of this back in here. And over time, we will replace, like, we won't have barrels. We'll have more drawer systems for all of our items that are in bulk, right? So our logs, everything I've been growing, the botany pots, yada, yada, yada. So we'll improve storage. But I think that means a new workshop first. So that is the plan. Moving. I hate the holding up the torch. Like, why can't you just leave it down at my side? God. Okay, so early game storage, integrated dynamics, very easy to use and set up and hook up to your other storage things that you already have going. And next time when we come back, I'll do some mining off camera and hopefully get us some materials, mining and grinding, get some materials so we can work on a workshop building next door. And then we can convert this into our house and have our food over here. And then as we get into each different mod, maybe we make a new building for different mods. But workshop to handle most of our basic machines like that we have upstairs, and the storage systems, right? Leave the mob farm where it is because it can be accessible underground. I suspect we'll have a network of tunnels underground going to different places as we add them for this playthrough of all the mods 10. Thank you all very much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this stream, please leave a like. It helps me out and I really appreciate it. And in the meantime, remember, you are all the shiny stuff that awesome is made of. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.